Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Retro G1 Optimus Prime. You can see him there in front of his box. You go and put him off the side real quick and look at it said box. And yes, it is a very much retro G1 box. They kind of abandoned the art style thing. I'm back to, well, very G1 boxes, though. It says 40 years Transformers now. And yeah, you can see he's very, well, anime colors, I guess, cartoon colors, however you want to call it. But yeah, you can see they even changed recolored the artwork and everything. Autobot Commander Optimus Prime, the classic Hasbro logo 8+. Up here you got Transformers, and on the top here, of course, I got some light minor crushing because Walmart. But yeah, you got the kind of the minor sequence of how he transforms. And on this side you have, hey look, there's Optimus in both his modes right there. On this side you have, hey look, it's the same picture and a weird thing. I don't know what that was. Weird thing on there. And on the bottom you have, hey, Optimus in both of his modes, and hey, some information and whatnot on the bottom there. And yeah, and on the back you have, of course, the classic G1. You have the classic G1 artwork, everything into the, hey, little thing, a world of constant change where things are not what they seem. It is a world of Transformers, a world of heroic Autobots and evil Decepticons in multiple languages. You got tech specs, and of course what's included in warnings and all that. And hey, look, authentic Transformers, even the kind of little cutout, like, you know, the old robot points and everything. And yeah, tech specs are kind of small now, but you can still see them. And yeah, they don't include this thing, so it's much easier to read that stuff now. And of course, yeah, and of course the classic freedom is the right of all sentient beings. So yeah, that's the box. Very nice box, I have to say, just because, well, it's G1. No styrofoam tray though. This ain't missing link. Also included is, of course, the instructions, which are not surprisingly pretty straightforward because, well, it's Optimus. He's not particularly complicated, although there is some extra bits about like the trailer and whatnot. But yeah, he's not a particularly complicated robot, and you know, if you ever had Optimus, you can figure it out. So, Optimus Prime, G1 Optimus Prime, except, well, with a more little cartoon-inspired paint scheme overall. You can see him there. Real nice looking truck. You can see, yeah, again, the red cab, the blue on the back, the blue on the back and everything. And yeah, you got the, instead of chrome, they use silver paint, which is a nice looking silver paint on the gas tanks and the wheel hubs and everything. These are, I believe, might be actual rubber. It says Formula. We have Formula Desert Dog. That's right. And look at the gray stripe right there. It doesn't go all the way back though, weirdly enough. And you got, yeah, the grill, which is done in silver, and of course now now the bumper's now done in white and yellow because that's cartoon. You got the blue windows, smokestacks are done in silver and everything. And yeah, you can see all that stuff. It looks real nice overall, actually. And of course the holes where the headlights would be. And the trailer, yeah, it's a much more cartoonish trailer, so no, instead of blue and silver striping, it's just a gray stripe, big old Autobot symbol. And yeah, because it's, well, painted and not stickered, you can now see the screws that have always been hiding underneath the label. They've always been hiding underneath the label. Now they're, well, right there and everything. But yeah, on both sides depending. And yeah, you can see, of course, the blue down here and everything. Again, the silver rims. Not a lot of paint back here, but there's some nice molding detail. And apparently this was not the original trailer mold. They had to remake the mold from the ground up because, yeah, apparently that's part of the reason why the last reissue did not have the trailer, was probably because the trailer was no longer makeable. So yeah, got his trailer and his truck, and of course, once again, everything rolls nicely. And he pivots, and all the good stuff that Optimus is supposed to do. So there you go on that. Before we get into accessories, I guess I want to do some comparisons just because, well, yeah, the accessories involve transforming a little bit. So, yeah. First of all, yes, not proper G1 Optimus per se, but here again, here's Missing Link Optimus, which is looks, particularly in truck mode, looks pretty close. You can see that. You can see a little bit of difference here, obviously. A bit of difference between, you know, because this is more like, again, I got the toy version, so it's got the yellow windows and everything. No rub sign in this guy. A different sticker. Weirdly enough, I'm not sure how well it's coming off across the camera, but the grays of the trailers are a bit different. This is a bit of a warmer gray on this guy. And also, again, you can see the blue and white striping right there and everything. And, you know, the chrome instead of the silver, but this still looks good. The silver paint still looks good and everything. It is kind of weird having a white bumper, but it's no weirder than Magnus having a red bumper. So yeah, overall, you know, you can see pretty close, you know, to the original, considering, yeah, better be. So that comparison done. Because with these G1 guys, G1 reissues always like to compare, I guess, to the closest modern equivalent. So here's a Commander class, Suji Series 86 Optimus. You can see is a bit bigger overall, including the trailer. But, you know, again, the trailer is a different color. This one is a bit darker than the gray, darker gray. But you can see, in general, the comparisons there. Again, including a bigger truck overall and everything. But there you go. So that's pretty much most of the vehicle mode, although there is some things I can show off here, including, hey, look, the inside of the trailer. What do you know? I'm going to show off the trailer first. But yeah, you can open that up, as usual, you know, bring those out and open that up, and hey, look, there's this guy right here. And yeah, if you want to beforehand, you can, of course, do this thing, you know, feed that through and everything, you know, do what you want. Do all that stuff, feed that through. You can hook that back up and everything. You know, you hook that up, you know, have that sitting there however you want to do that. So that's still a thing if you want to. Yep. Yeah, of course, yeah, extend this out all the way. So, and you know, flip this up, flip this out, you know, either you know, have it like that. A lot of stuff. And of course, there's multiple accessories that also came in the box, including, hey, look. Unhook him from all this other stuff. There you go. Hey, it's Roller, and nice, yeah, it's the gray Roller. He's got Diaclone seats still, you know, very empty bottom, and yep, you can roll up down here, and of course you can plug in, and yep, the launcher. It's a bit different from my G2 version, but you know, it's this, you can still, yes, the launcher is intact, and guess what? Yeah! It's not the most powerful launcher, but it worked. I guess this is one way to, you know, get past the spring issue, but yeah. You know, launch, yeah, it even locks in a bit. You can, yeah, kind of lock it in a bit. Although if you unlock it, yeah, it doesn't really change how much. It doesn't really change the velocity that much, but that's a thing you can use. Hooray! Yep, you also got these missiles. These little black missiles right here, which, you know, came on a sprue. It's 4 total. You know, cut them off the sprue. And of course, they can still plug into here, but they can't fight. There's no launcher mechanism on this part anymore, unfortunately. But you know, they still are keyed for missiles, so you still have to line it up properly and just, you know, plug it in. Yeah, you still have to properly line up because it is still key. It is keyed despite the fact that you disabled the launching mechanism. So you can have that. Hooray! And of course, hey, look, it's a little gas nozzle hose thing. And, you know, you can plug that on multiple places. You can plug it on here, you know, like there or something, and guess, you know, do that. Or you can plug it onto the roller itself if you want. There's a whole bunch of things you can do there if you want. And of course, the gun, which can plug onto roller as well. You know, particularly for storage if you wanna, you know, everything to hold in place more or less. Yeah, if you want everything to kind of more or less hold in place, this is one way to do it so that, you know, nothing's rattling around inside there. But yeah, beyond that, of course, this thing can, you know, go forward and back and everything. You know, this can go side to side. That's hinged right there. And this can go up and down. This can rotate. There's the little disc is there. Yes, the little disc. So you can rotate it right there. You can see, of course, this little arm can, you know, ball joint. So you got, you know, forward and back. You got left and right. You got this hinge right there. You can go over top if you want. You have the claw arm and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you can do all that. So yeah, and of course, yeah, little chairs for the Diaclone pilots are still there. And yeah, this thing can still open, even though the little thing's colored blue now. It can still open. Yeah, it can still open. Still get Diaclone pilot in there. Yeah, you can see also there's just pretty much no detail whatsoever. It's like the stickers are not there. So theoretically, if you want to sticker this guy up, you can get some repro labels and just, you know, sticker up the trailer if you want. Yeah, just whoop, this all set correctly. Yeah, I guess to just show this off, base modes. Here's the Missing Link trailer, which, you know, is much closer to the original G1 toy, including the sticker detailing and whatnot. You know, also darker blue for him, but the rollers pretty much match. Mostly, this one has the new thing right here for the little light, if you want. Yep. There you go. Base mode right there. And of course, here's the Studio Series version. Studio Series 86 version, which, yeah, you can see has a much smaller drone, or drone instead of roller, but yeah. Bigger roller, smaller drone, all that stuff. So there you go. So I guess that's it for now for this guy. We're going to go ahead and put this off to the side for now. We kind of, yeah, going to put that off to the side for now because we're going to focus on transforming this guy right here. And that is, of course, it's G1, so it's pretty straightforward. Well, first you got to take, the legs, just bring them forward. They'll separate out a bit, and bring the feet forward like that. And then we're going to stand it up a bit. Bring the arms out like this, and bring them forward like that. Bring it out, bring them forward to the shoulder. Rotate the head around, and of course, take the fists, which are separate, and plug them in. Plug them in like so. And then there you go. There's Optimus in his robot mode. And yes, it is very much, it's G1 Optimus, just with more of a cartoon bent to it. And again, you got, instead of yellow eyes, you got blue eyes. But you got still the same basic helmet. You got the same basic body shape and the overly long arms. You do have a little arrows, kind of paint tampoed on right there. You got this kind of the blue windows. You got the white legs and the blue and the little gray toes and everything. And of course, the backside is still just as hollow as it's ever been, because of course. And yeah, I didn't mention it, but of course you can still, open this up. Put the fists in there, or diachrome pliers if you have them. But yeah, like a lot of us, just store the fists in the cab. And there you go. So yeah, pretty straightforward transformation. Of course, his gun can easily just, they changed something because now the gun can actually fit in his hand in such a way that you can actually hold it without, it being at a weird angle or anything. So that's good. And there you go. There's Optimus holding his stuff. And yeah, so pretty straightforward that. But posability wise, head cannot swivel or anything, but the arms can go around. There's a ratchet there. They cannot go outward or anything. There is a bicep swivel right there. There is a soft ratcheting elbow. Yeah, there's bicep swivel as well. Like I said, the wrists can, of course, swivel. Thanks to the fact that they're just pegged in. Down here at the legs and everything, there's no waist or anything, but there is backwards motion on the legs, and there's a ratchet there as well. There is a knee bend right there, 90 degrees. And the toe can move down and up right there like that. And that's your lot, because transformation-wise, or posability-wise, because he's G1, the fact he has that much is amazing. I guess also you kind of have the transformation joint lets you do the whole, kind of backwards butterfly thing, if that's helpful for anything. But there you go. And of course, once again, the trailer can, do the whole stand it up like this, and now, the trailer is... And now the trailer, of course, is the whole repair bay mode. Do that if you want. That's pretty straightforward. So there you go. I'm not gonna bring the other trailers out to compare in that mode, because that's just a little overkill, I feel. But hey, so yep, that's G1 retro G1 Optimus. So comparison again. Here's the missing link Optimus, which again, closest thing I have to a G1 Optimus other than my G2 one, which is in shambles. Also, I noticed that the smokestacks, they don't, I think they're supposed to be able to rotate, but they don't, oh, there you go. I was going to say, they don't rotate very particularly easily. I think they made the pegs on that go in here a little longer, but they can rotate, I guess. I thought for a second they didn't. I didn't want to force it, so I didn't push it very hard, but this seems like the pegs are a bit longer, so they kind of hold in place better, which is good, but also... a little scary if you actually want to move it. But yeah, still has diecast, by the way, in the toes and the body and everything. But yeah, there's a missing link. You can get a generally good idea of what it's going to look like compared to a G1 Optimus, or one of its bajillion reissues. This is a bajillion reissue G1 Optimus. And of course, here's Studio Series 86 Optimus, who is a bit taller, but also kind of more in the cartoon accuracy thing. And there you go. Right there. That's it. You think for a cartoon accurate, re-releases might, just can quietly add in like, the Matrix or the Axe or something, but they don't. So yeah, that's it for this hit guy. He's pretty cool, for sure. It's a pretty cool release. If you're not really into the whole cartoon accurate deco thing, which I can understand, particularly since it does kind of mess with the truck mode a little bit. and it also exposes the screws on the trailer. I can understand why you might not be into it. It wouldn't surprise me if someone 3D prints like just screw hole caps or screw caps or something, but that'd be the best choice. Just a little circle, But overall, it's pretty solid. This is again the bajillionth chance to own a G1 Optimus. This is one of many options. I'm pretty sure you can still get one of the reissues for not a bad price. I'm not entirely certain on that. You have to look it up because this guy costs about $75 at retail, which is almost as expensive as as either of the other two options. Both of those are in that neighborhood as well. You know, about the $75 to $90 range. So I think this is technically the cheapest one, but not by much. So what do you want, Optimus? If you only have room for one, if you're going for max nostalgia, you might want to consider the Missing Link one. If you're going for max playability, you might want to consider the Studio Series 86 one. But I think this one might hold a special place for a lot of people, particularly just if you're someone who wants to collect all the variants, which fair enough, then this is yet another variant to get. But it's kind of hard to justify because at $75, it's kind of a lot of money for a reissue of a 40-year-old toy with a different color scheme, and no stickers or anything. But he's pretty cool looking in my opinion, so I don't know, that might be enough to change your mind. As it stands, this is supposed to be a Walmart exclusive. He's going to probably pop up in Hasbro Pulse pretty soon. I'm surprised I don't think he was supposed to be for sale yet, but Walmart randomly put him up, and myself and several other people were able to get him, our hands on him. So yeah, they're probably going to relist him at some point. So go ahead and get him if you want. But again, remember it is $75, and it may be a little steep. I'm not sure if he's going to go on clearance or anything because these G1 reissues seem to be all over the place in that regard. And it is an Optimus, so with his trailer this time. So who knows? You can play the gamble, play the game and try to see if you can get him for cheaper, but don't totally count on that being a thing. So there you go. for nearly the same price, you can get something you can get two different toys which are a bit better than this one, but overall, hey, I don't know. So that's it for this one. I hope you found a few informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.